Hi guys, this is First Aid Catan. I'm showing you today the little teeter-totters that I made for the dogs. Now I'm doing this one-handed here, so cut me a little slack. So each board is about 20 inches or so. The difference is the thickness and the boards underneath. The PVC underneath. For the babies, I use the smaller PVC pipe. So about an inch and a half. Yeah. And then I had this was my very first board that we used. It was really thin.
What you doing, Bubba?
Sorry about that. So you can see this one's used. It's chewed up in a lot of areas, so I've got to replace it. But there's just 2 rivets here, and then I sanded them off inside, or filed them off, however you want to think about it. And I didn't like that this was just a little too short. You see it's short, so I extend it. I put some extended pieces on, which it's not that hard. You just stick them in, and then you have longer pipe. So you can see that this has a little more of a drop, right? But it's a very light wood, so it's not going to hurt anything. If somebody is walking out and they do that, it won't hurt anybody. But I do start with this one. It's almost the same length as that one. There we go. It's almost the same length. See? But since the pipe is smaller, the drop is smaller. See? The drop is smaller. Now, at this size, the puppies can't go through this PVC. It's too small for the puppies. And you don't put it in there when they're babies and their eyes are closed. You put it in their area when they're actually able to walk and move around. But I also have this pipe. And this is a 4-inch pipe. And I don't think I bought 2 feet of it, but I think I might have bought maybe 3 or 6 feet of it. But you can see how wide that is. And I don't have it. Oh, there it is. This size also comes with caps you can put over it. Okay? So if you don't want them to climb through it, you can actually cap both ends and put some tape on it. Or you can leave it open and then let them climb through until they're a certain age. Now this will roll on you, but that's okay. It teaches them to balance as they're being rolled. You can put boxes around it. You can put other things around it to keep it from rolling. Puppies aren't that strong, so they're not going to do anything. They're not going to move it drastically unless they're older. But this is a fun thing to do also. And they will try to climb up it, and they'll slide and they'll fall, and it's just a fun thing for them to have. I'm thinking of actually getting another piece about this size and a longer board and making a larger teeter-totter. Now if I do that, it will only be with puppies that are older. Like each of these boards, I guess they're kind of tools. I guess you could call them tools or activities. It's up to you. But each of them is for the puppies. It's something for the puppies to learn that they have 4 legs and that they can do different things. That they can go over, they can go under, they can go through. It's all really good for them to learn. Since this was like one of my first ones, I put this rubber stuff on it to like just soften it if it did end up on a paw or a tail or something. It really wasn't necessary because the dogs are not on hardwood or on tile or anything where it will pinch them against it. I usually have my puppies on those fatigue mats, so they were able to, when their tail or their foot was caught underneath, they were easily able to get out because it was usually only 1 or 2 puppies that were using the teeter-totter. This here is a chicken feeder. It had a 3-way divider in here that I threw away recently. But the 3-way divider, you could put like calcium shells, you could put grit, you could put feed, you could mix it up with different things. There's some holes in it, but I got it for chickens. But also I've noticed that the puppies could walk through this when they're little. So it can be used also as like a tunnel. And you could put like a ball in here, and they could have to find the way around the ball and find the way in and out. So that's another thing that could be used to activate your puppy's mind as they're walking. And it might not seem like this is a significant barrier for a puppy, but depending on what age they are, they have to step over that. I mean, there's a nice little rim there, so they actually have to step over that to get in there. And they'll eventually have to learn to duck their head to get in here, or they'll be bashing it. But, you know, little baby puppies don't move that fast, so they're not going to give themselves, they're not going to do any damage. But these are some of the things that you'll be seeing in my maze this year. And I'm really hoping that these guys come through with me for puppies. But puff puff, we're gonna have puppies soon? Puppies? Puff puff, are we gonna have puppies? Puppies! We gonna have puppies? Choo choo, puppies? Puppies, yes? Well, maybe that's a good sign. Say night, guys. Good night. Okay. Good night, guys.